Hello, friends. Today we are doing
Coming to you live from Yorba Linda, California for the Andy Falco Show. Oh, Andy and Beau Show. Sorry, it changes when you're on the show.
Yep,
I have to include your name. Hey, you got to scoot over a little bit. You're off camera. There you go.
Sorry,
we should have already had that prepared. All right, we're going to be talking about a teacher or teachers and representatives of the teachers union who have decided that, you know, it's one thing to attack me as an adult because I'm the one who actually does the videos. But this is not the first time they've done this. They've decided they are going to attack my children. And that would include you because you're one of my children, right?
No.
Yes. You're one of my children. And so I'm going to show you the social media post and what they said in 1 second. But these are the same people that put posts up like some of these. I got to make it a little bit bigger so I can show you. But they come on and let's say I think it's like they want to know what's going on with the employment. They make all kinds of lies against the superintendent. They say that he's firing all kinds of people, which is not happening. They talk about Leandra Blades and some other people that are in the community as mean girls because there are certain people that are again telling lies, and so we point that out, and so in return they say, well, you're mean for pointing out the truth. We can't have the truth. And then you have a man by the name of Josh Gill who loves to say that Leandra Blades is a former cop and she shot and killed a homeless guy holding a stick, which is not really.
She ever even a cop?
She's a cop, sorry about that. She was a cop, but he has the story completely wrong. She was a police officer. The man was armed and dangerous with knives, and he was getting ready to stab her, or maybe stab one of the other officers she was working with. But this is what they do. They get online and they attack us. Again, that's one thing when they're attacking us. And Dr. Alex Chernis and their superintendents, they like to call people insurrectionists. They call Todd Frazier Alex Jones. You don't know who Alex Jones is, do you? He's a commentator that the left really hates. Again, he has been mostly right about everything that he says, but they love to say that he's a horrible person. But when they call you that, they don't mean it in a nice way. They're not looking at it in that way. And so they get really upset, again, when we tell the truth. And so they attack us. But then after they get done calling, all of us mean and nasty, then the teachers and teachers unions, again, not all the teachers in our school district, just a couple of the people who really love the union for whatever reason. And then they attack you. And so I now want to address the fact that you're on the show and people might say, oh my gosh, I can't believe he's putting his 10-year-old son on video and showing him how mean and nasty the teachers union is. Well, what do you say to that? How do you feel about adults from the teachers union attacking you?
I'm 11.
You got, you're 11. Sorry.
I'm almost 11.
Almost 11. Speaking to the mic so people can hear you.
Almost 11.
Uh-huh.
And I know I have something to say about that, but I really don't think they have proof that we're really being mean to them. We're not being really mean to people that much. we're not really being mean.
Yeah.
We're just telling the truth, and we're not trying to make it sound mean. We're just trying to tell the truth.
Right.
And they're just trying to. Now they're being nasty and mean to everyone else because they think that we're being mean.
Right.
And
so quite often what happens on the left and progressives, what they do is they claim that something is happening and when in fact it is they who are doing it. That is kind of a tactic that's fairly well known that is used quite often on the left. They will say things like let's talk about President Trump, for instance. They'll say that when he becomes president, he's going to use the law against them to have them arrested. And over the last several years, that's all they've done is tried to arrest President Trump on trumped up charges that are not even real. And so they say that he's going to do this, but in fact, that's what they've been doing the entire time. So when it comes to our situation here, Again, they make up all kinds of lies about Dr. Alex Chernis and about the trustees that make up the majority in the school board. And then when we point out the truth, then suddenly we're being mean. So let me bring up this post, and I want to address it with you to see how you feel about it. And that is here. It was a video from our devotional. You know, Hetty and I, my wife and I, we do your stepmom and we do a show called Living Fearless Devotional. It's a Christian show. A.W. Tozier is the book we're currently in, and the title of his devotional, not my title, the title of his devotional was "Why They Act Like Idiots." Now, that was A.W. Tozier back in the early 1900s, mid 1900s maybe, where he wrote a devotional on why some Christians act like idiots. And so the devotional was about that. I don't know if they thought we were talking about them, but, you know, when somebody goes, hey, they're talking about me, then, well, do you have a guilty conscience as that you think that this is about you? When in fact, it wasn't. It was about why some Christians act like idiots is what the devotion was all about. But in the comments here on X, this person who's using an anonymous name, it's their mom is what they go by. Silly name. But you wouldn't think a mom would act this way. But she writes, when you're a mediocre kid with bad grades and no college, meaning that your grades are so bad that you're not going to be able to make it to college, believes in Jesus, I'm sure that will put food on their table. So this is I would say this is a multi-level attack on you or one of the other kids, that you're mediocre. You know what mediocre means?
Like average, not like anything special.
Right.
So.
Yeah, exactly. Good job. Wow, you must have a really good teacher. What's your teacher's name?
Miss Walls.
Miss Walls. I like Miss Walls. Yeah, she's a good teacher.
She's really nice.
Yeah.
At Brookhaven Elementary.
Yes. But this person, this teacher, believes that you're mediocre and you're getting bad grades and you're not going to make it into college. But you do believe in Jesus. At least she has that right. Yeah. And so number one, are you getting straight C's, which would mean you're mediocre? C's and D's. No. What are you getting?
I'm getting A's, and I was so close to getting straight A's. I had 2 B pluses, and then the rest were A's.
Oh, well, nice job. Yeah. So in the world of education, on as far as your grades are concerned, that's above average. So that doesn't fit. You're not mediocre. So we already know that. That's why your feelings aren't hurt. What are your intentions on going to college? Do you think you're going to go to college? What are your intentions?
Yeah, I want to go to USC, and I already have it all planned out. Unlike all of you guys. It's like when you guys kids.
Yeah. Who's paying for this?
Me.
Oh, nice. All right. So you're going.
I attended the government because I'm going to get a scholarship with the Army.
Nice.
So
nice.
That's why I'm trying to focus most evenly on my grades and physical activities.
Nice. Yeah, staying in shape.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you're planning on going to college, USC. You're going to pay for it. You're going to get a scholarship, and you're going to go in the Army for a period of time.
I want to build like tanks. I want to build like I think when I'm a grown up, I can make a new type of tank.
Like probably a robotic tank. People don't even have to be inside of it.
Yeah.
Like a drone tank.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can make a flying tank.
Yeah. They may have
it's gonna be a helicopter.
They may have one of those already, but I don't know. Okay, so we've covered that you're not mediocre. You are planning to go to college. But let's just say none of that was true. Let's say you are mediocre, just for the post in our discussion here, and that you can't get into college, but you do believe in Jesus.
Yeah.
What do you think she means that because you would be mediocre, again, we know you're not, and that you're not going to college, that just simply because you are a Christian who believes in Jesus Christ, that's not going to get you very far, and you won't be able to put food on your table. I think the disciples were probably mediocre. I don't think any of them went to college, but yet they believed in Jesus Christ.
Well, I don't think that was college.
Yeah, well, there might have been, but they seem to do okay. What about it when it comes to you? What do you think about her assumption that you don't have any nothing good comes from being a Christ follower.
Because she thinks that being Christian puts you down and having to do all these things, and you don't get to do those important stuff. And she thinks that
Now, we don't know if it's a she. It could be a he.
well, she or he.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, she or he. She or he thinks that being Christian means that you won't get anywhere and you won't have anything to do with your life except for worship this fake God.
In her mind.
Yeah.
That's very unfortunate for her, because God is very real. But what else does being a Christ follower give you? Being a follower of God and his scriptures, what is it? What do you think that it gives you? What kind of personality traits?
It gives you courage, because when you think of God, you think of someone that will help you on your journey with life, and it helps you realize that life isn't always out to get you.
Nice. Very good. What about morals? Bad morals, good morals?
Good morals.
Good morals. What does that mean to have good morals?
Specify it.
Like what if somebody has good morals, what would you expect from them? Would they steal from you?
No, they would help me if I was someone on the streets or poor, and it would probably give me like $2 just by coming by and myself.
A little candy bar for $2.
Yeah.
And would you be more likely to tell the truth or less likely to tell the truth if you had good morals?
More likely.
More likely to tell the truth. If you were hired, do you think the boss would want somebody with morals as an employee, especially when they're trusting them with money?
Well, good morals.
Yeah. If they're trusting you with money, trusting you with their equipment, which also costs money, that you would, maybe a truck where you're delivering stuff that you wouldn't drive erratically, or you wouldn't take the truck on joy rides with your friends, like put all your friends inside the truck and let's go to the beach instead.
Yeah.
Like if you had bad morals, that might be something that you would do.
Yeah.
But good morals, you would get the job done and bring the truck back in one piece. What else can you think of that being a follower of Jesus Christ is a good personality trait?
It helps you actually help people and love people for who they are,
right?
And what they are, and love anyone who even if they don't believe in Jesus.
Right. We talked about that in the last show that we did together, in the last Andy and Beau show, where we talked about, the thought that Christians don't like, LGBTQ people, or again, people that don't believe in Jesus Christ, or even we've been called racist because we don't like Black people or Mexican people, that kind of stuff. How do you feel about that? Being a Christ follower, what is your view on our feelings about all of these people? It's similar to what you just said, but maybe there's a different way you could say it.
Being Christian, you accept anyone that you can. You accept people and tell people about Jesus, how you want, how they could be if they wanted to. They should, but it's a choice.
Right.
It's a choice.
A choice to follow God's plan. But it doesn't make you hate them if they don't.
No.
And who's a sinner in the world? Do you have an idea who is a sinner in the world? Out of all the people, who are sinners?
Bad people?
No, not necessarily.
Demons?
No.
Devil?
Everyone is a sinner.
Oh yeah. I was thinking like a trick question.
Yeah, I know. I felt that right after I asked it. No, everyone's a sinner. We're all sinners.
Yeah.
I love that on a post there was this girl, man or woman, I don't know, goes by the name of I believe it's either Polar Bear or Panda Bear, commented on one of the posts that was really kind of getting to the point where she was offended that somebody who may be gender confused is a sinner, and they are. Somebody who cusses, what are they?
Sinners.
Somebody who drinks excessively.
Sinners.
Somebody who has bad thoughts about other people.
Sinners.
And so again, I could keep going, and there are so many. Sin is the same for everybody. Just because we believe somebody who has same-sex attraction doesn't make them more of a sinner than me when I have a mean thought about somebody.
Because like every day,
Yeah.
everyone sins.
Yes.
Every day.
Yeah, well, we try not to.
Yeah.
We do our best.
And you can choose to do it more or do it less if you actually care.
Right.
You actually care about your afterlife.
Right.
And okay. You can choose between God or yourself having fun, because choosing God also can be fun. So then you don't be more of a sinner and then have bad thoughts and bad luck and bad everything.
The goal is to not sin.
Yes.
And the more you follow Jesus Christ, the more that you're able to follow his commands, follow the Holy Spirit, who tells you many times, like, dude, you shouldn't do that. I don't know if Jesus says dude. The Holy Spirit probably doesn't say dude. He might. But the idea is that the stronger you are in your faith, the more every day, every moment of every day, you are walking with him. The Holy Spirit walks inside you, or is inside you, and taking you through each day so that you sin less and less. And again, and we love, and the idea is to love people regardless of where they are at in their walk. Now, quite often, the Bible talks a lot about more how we are supposed to approach other Christians, but it does talk about other people that aren't following God. That, again, there's going to be people in our life that we come across that are of other faiths. Hedia, your stepmom, it was formerly a Muslim. And so we have lots of discussions on the Muslim faith and how we can, bring more, people from Islam over to the Christian faith and help them. But it doesn't mean that we hate them if they're not Christian, because her family's Muslim.
Yeah.
We have family members that are Mormon.
Yeah.
Right. And we love them too.
Yeah.
We just would suggest to them that the truth is Jesus, and following Jesus Christ is the way to heaven.
Even on my mom's side, there's Mormons, and we still love everybody in our family. So
I'm just going to bring this back up one more time as we're concluding this discussion. But when you're a mediocre kid with bad grades and no college believes in Jesus, I'm sure that that'll put food on your table. I think, Beau, regardless of, even though we know that you're above average in your grades, that your plans are to go to USC. And the best part about it is not having me pay for it. And that you are somebody who is not going to have any problem putting food on your table, even if only Jesus was in your life, right? You would still be able to do that, because and that's almost like to say that people that don't have college can't get a job, is what this person is saying. How terrific is it that this person who calls himself, their mom, or is a teacher themselves, can truly believe that if you don't have college, that somehow you're not going to be able to put food on your table.
I bet she heard from one of our students that someone said your mom. I heard it wrong.
Right.
I bet they heard it wrong.
But there are plenty of fantastic people out there. I'm venturing out there. I wonder if Steve Jobs. Trying to think. I haven't read his book. I've been wanting to read his book. I don't know where he fell into his. I think he did go to college. Now I'm thinking about it. But there are some people that are very famous out there as far as creators of industry that didn't necessarily go to college, and they were able to do just fine without college. As a matter of fact, Charlie Kirk is one of those people who says college is overrated. And you'll be able to do just fine. There's plenty of people that come out of high school that go into welding and plumbing and a number of other industries, and are fairly well off in doing just fine and feeding their families. CEOs of corporations.
Yeah, they've even not even gone to college.
Yeah. I went to a lot of different colleges. I don't know if you know this, but I think I went to 15 different colleges. And I can't tell you that any of them really helped me get. And you ever hurting for food there? Huh? You ever hurting for food? Yeah, I never graduated from college, but I went to a lot of colleges. All right, my friend. What else? Any last things that you want to tell anybody about anything? It doesn't matter.
We're live, right? We're live, right?
Yeah.
Can we read the comments?
Oh no, we're not. Oh, we're live on the recording, but we're not live to where people can see it right now. That's just in case, because sometimes you have this tendency to cuss.
Oh yeah, I think everybody.
No, that's not true. But no, I just you never know. And so as we get better at this, I think at some point we will go live to an audience. But right now we're recording this live. But anything else? Nope. All right, my friends.
All good.
That's it. You did a great job. I love you, buddy. All right. We'll see you later. Take care.
Bye, Jit.